Let's go somewhere we haven't gone. We've got younger faces, and our hearts are letting on. And we won't place any stock in old days. Let's save up for something new. Someday I won't have to wait for you. What if I ask? What if I ask you to stay? What if it cost you your heart and your last name? And we won't place any stock in old days. Let's save up for something new. Someday I won't have to wait for you.
Around 3 years ago, I had someone very important to me tell me to make a list of everything I wanted in my future husband. I told her that was ridiculous, but she encouraged me to do it anyway. On this list, I wrote the things that I wanted and thought I needed in a partner. And the list goes: loving, patient, has a heart for kids, a spiritual leader, cries during sad movies, knows how to fix things just like my grandpa, family-oriented, and of course, loves cats. I wrote this thinking that it was way too specific and was never going to find a guy who had these qualities. Then I met you at camp 2 years ago. God slowly showed me your character, and then one day it hit me. You were that person. You were everything I could have dreamed of in a husband. And on top of that, you liked me back, and that was a plus. I fell in love with you before we ever started dating, not because of infatuation, but because you were my best friend. I never thought that when I came to camp for the first time 2 years ago that I'd be standing here with you getting married. I'm so glad we took the chance and trusted God even when it made no sense. I can only imagine what He will do with the rest of our lives together. So for the rest of our lives, I vow to love you when it's easy and especially when it's hard. To love you when you don't feel like loving yourself. To love you when you fart and stink up the entire room. And even when you tell me that I can't have any more cats. Loving you has been easy, and I understand that things will get tough, but I know that as long as we keep God at the forefront, we can literally do anything.
Sophia, you know better than anyone that I'm terrible at translating my thoughts and feelings into spoken word, and even then, a beautiful creation of God such as yourself is indescribable by my limited vocabulary. As I write this, I can't help but be overwhelmed by everything I want to say in such a short time. I know that these things like weddings and vows are supposed to be so grandiose and impressive, but I don't agree with that. I feel that these displays of love should reflect realities of married life. And by the example set by my parents and my grandparents and a lot of the mentors in my life, I have come to realize that the reality of married life is not that everything is so big, but that everything is so little. It's the little moments that make marriage, and that give purpose to these promises. It's easy to be a good husband when you're on the highs of life, and it's easy to be comforting and reassuring on the lows too. I want to focus on the little flat lines in between those moments. So I say for better, for worse, but also for for richer or for poorer, but also when we have just enough money for that impulse buy, but not like an expensive one, like just a regular thing that we see at Target. And then also in sickness and in health, but also in those weird moments where just one of your nostrils is clogged, but for like no reason, you don't know why. All those little moments that everyone doesn't really talk about because nobody really cares and they're not that amazing or not that life-changing. I want to be the best for you in those moments, and I want to be exactly what you need when you didn't even know that you needed it. Oh God, I almost got through it. So I stand here vowing to you that that is what I'm looking for. To be what you need in the biggest of highs, the lowest of lows, and the ever so little in-betweens.
By the power vested in me by the state of California, I pronounce you husband and wife. Right? Right.